Morning, guys. Today we're gonna be doing the Tupper Lake Triad solo hike today. Liz is out at her parents' for the holiday, so it's just me. There's no pen at the trailhead. Oh, there it is. But just me today, and then yeah, hopefully be able to get this triad done in a decent time. I don't know what the FTK or FKT, sorry, on this is, but I don't think I'm going to be anywhere near that. So yeah, just gonna see how fast I can get all three done. We got Coney after this, and then Goodman, and shouldn't be too bad. A little bit about the conditions. It's pretty shitty out, for lack of a better term. We got a huge ice storm yesterday, and I'm already, as you can see, I'm already in spikes. We had an ice storm yesterday, and it's just been overall shitty conditions today. So even at the beginning of the trailhead, even though I'm only 150 feet from the parking lot, it's already quite a bit of ice and slush, and yeah, so I'm hoping this won't be too bad. It's not very cold. It's about 27 up here, and it's right outside Tupper Lake. So the 150 merino I'm wearing right now actually might have been a little warm for today. Like I said earlier, it's about 27 to 29 degrees, and moving at this pace, I mean, I'm working up a sweat. So yeah, maybe not the move today. I think I should have gone with the short sleeve smart wool instead of the black diamond merino, long sleeve merino. But maybe I'll change before I hit Coney and Goodman. But other than that, trail's beautiful today. This nice light flurry that's out. It's not bad. Hoping maybe I can catch a little bit of cloud break up top. Just kind of get a view. We're at about 13 minutes into the hike, and we're almost at the top, so doing really good on pace. It's definitely a lot icier up here than it was down at the trailhead, and I think that's just because, well, we're higher up. And there's a lot of little streams and such up here, so not too shabby. Well, made it to the top. Nobody up here, which is kind of nice. And the fire tower looks like it's open, but I'm really not sure. I know the one on Ranger School property just up the road from here, sometimes it's locked in the winter, but I'm pretty curious if this one's open right now. Let's check it out. Well, it is indeed open, but I'm not feeling like pulling out any of these windows. Just knowing how much of a hassle to try to, yeah, they're all frozen. Oh, but I got lucky. And we did get lucky. Beautiful view down there. Super freaking windy up here, but not too bad. Eagle Crag Lake, Mount Arab Lake down there. And then out over that way, yonder, is Big Tupper. I don't it's very sad that they're not open for skiing this year, but it is what it is. And I'll be honest, crawling through this little chute with my big bag on, ooh-wee, that was not fun, but not too bad. I do like that this fire tower's got all of the different mountains you can see from up here, including some of the high peaks within the Seward Range, Seward, Darlington, Emmons. You can also see the Sawtooth Range, Ampersand, one of my all-time favorite hikes. It's just it's pretty great up here. But I'm gonna head on down. My final time up here was 23 minutes, so not too bad. I definitely felt like my winter hiking lungs came in probably around 3/4 of a mile into that mile, so think we're back. We're feeling a little better, not as out of breath. I think it was like the initial shock to my system, but I'm gonna get off this fire tower because I feel it's super windy. And I should be back at the car soon. So we hit the trail register. It took us about 11 minutes to get down. That was with running, perfect conditions. It felt great to actually get moving. They're kind of being sedentary over, the Christmas time. I don't know if I want to sleep out in this. I got my winter tent with me and all my gear, but I don't know. Might drive home. Haven't really decided yet. I think as the day progresses, to see how tired I am, we'll go from there. But yeah, off to the next spot. So at the register, ready to start, I guess mountain number 2. My poor little car couldn't make it up this little depression right there. So I am a little disappointed. Brand new snow tires and just couldn't make it work. So it's a bit of a bummer, and I didn't even lock my car. But yeah, we'll try to get this one done pretty quick. I've done this one a bunch of times before. It's pretty good conditions right now. I passed a couple earlier. They managed to make it up the hill. So, there is a lot to be said about having a Subaru versus having a Camry. However, Camry's a badass when it comes to off-roading. But anything above like a 7 or 8% grade in the snow, it's a no-go. So, oh well, eventually try to get a new vehicle, but as long as she's still running, I'm still gonna rock her. So last time I was up here, because the trees were pushing out a lot of tannins, and it looked really cool on the ground. Like there was like these long rivers, but with all this recent snowfall, I don't think I'm gonna be seeing any of that. Just passed a nice family with a dog. Very, very cute. So one reason I'm not hiking anything bigger today, just got a new pair of boots, the La Sportiva. They're the new GTXs, and I wanted to give them a good break-in period before I hit some peaks for fun this year. So far, boots are holding up pretty well. I already have a blister, which kind of sucks. I can feel it, but I think the blister was actually not induced by the boot itself. I think the blister was induced by my sock. There's a small hole in that area, and I think that's what's rubbing. Get back to the car, take care of that. I mean, I still got Goodman to do after this, but we're getting pretty close to the summit. It's getting a little icier, but not too bad. Nothing spikes can't handle. So it took about, I think 23 minutes, 24 minutes. I think it took a little longer because I was stuck behind a group for a hot second. And the previous little, a few minutes or a minute ago, that was the summit of Coney. When I got to the top, there was somebody up there, and I don't really like to talk if there's people around. I feel like it disturbs the peace. A lot of people come and do these hikes for the serenity of it. Just kind of just be out there. He looked like he was just chilling, having a bite to eat, so didn't really want to disturb him. Just got up there, got a pano of the view up top, and I don't know if I'm gonna run this one just based on how my blisters are feeling. I really want to change out my socks. I'm wearing a pair of wool riches right now, and they're kind of old, and I definitely think that's contributing to my blister. I'm gonna change into some thicker smart wool. Hopefully it'll be a little tighter in the boot, less rub on my foot. And if you're wondering why I'm wearing a mask, it is still COVID. Even when other people aren't wearing the mask on trail, I like to just make sure I have it at least around my neck or in my pocket in case I pass people. I think it's only fair. Oh, this is a nice little Oh, hemlock and spruce stand here. One of my all-time favorites, hemlock. My roommate in college, Devin, his favorite trees are hemlocks. I remember a good time we were hiking up Giant, and we went down the backside, and me, my buddy Devin, and my buddy Steve, we slid down the whole backsides on our asses. Is how icy it was. Just a pretty cool experience. But I remember when we hiked out, the sun was setting, and we're walking through this hemlock grove, and it was December. It was like December 26th, so just right in winter peak time. But the issue was that all the snow had melted a few days before, so we were basically hiking in summer conditions. It was, I think it was 49, 50 degrees December. It was kind of wild. It was 2015. So, but yeah, it's love me the hemlocks, Suca canadensis. I'm not sure if the Latins changed. I know they change pretty often, but it's definitely one of my favorite trees just to hike through. And just also knowing they're one of the oldest trees that can grow up in the Adirondack Park. So you can see my eyelids are freezing. It's just not great weather today, but the group I passed with the dog, I talked to them, and they're going to be doing Goodman as well. So, and based on their patches on their bag, I'm assuming they're all summer triaders and they're doing the winter ones themselves. So good on them. I mean, it's a pretty good challenge to, you know, kind of get out, really explore the park, get some nice easy jaunts in. But it's definitely a good transition for people who are looking to do Saranac Lake 6 or the 46 challenge, whether it be summer or winter. It's a good way to get your legs moving. I know I feel better now after that initial first jaunt up Arab, so I definitely feel more in shape and like how I usually do when I did my winter peaks. So yeah, I will about to hit the car soon, and then reassess my foot situation, see where we're at, bandage her up, and get on over to Goodman, which is only about 3/4 miles up the road. So made it back to the car. Not too bad. Definitely need to reassess my feet situation. Feeling a blister on the other foot. I'm telling you, it's these damn Woolrich socks. I love them, but I think these ones are just a bit old. Really no other issues with them, but still, it's just a little bit annoying. But yeah, not too bad. So heading on over to Goodman, which is, you can see the sign right up the road. Made it over to Goodman. Yeah, in fact, my same spot on both feet, two pretty rubbed blisters. So yeah, that's gonna be nice. See how it feels after this 2.8 miles, 1.4 all the way out. So we'll see how it is. That'll determine if I'm gonna hike tomorrow. I know it could be people can call me a wimp for not liking to hike with blisters, but I do climb also, and rock climbing with blisters is just, I'm just not a fan. It just doesn't make the experience enjoyable. So trailhead, it's going to be hopefully a nice steady jaunt up. One of my favorite Adirondack things just happened. When you look online and it's like, oh, it's 1.4 miles up to the mountain, and you look at the sign, it's in the park, and it says 1.6, and you're always perplexed, and you're always like, well, is it actually 1.6, or does it feel longer? And I learned this the hard way on the Northville Placid Trail, hiking in between Pasico and Northville, where the map would say, oh, it's only 0.5 miles, but the sign would say it's 0.7. So the term Adirondack mile sure has a bit of meaning, especially in some of these like more trafficked areas. Definitely always feels longer, but it's the way she goes. So I passed a guy about a minute ago. He seemed really nice. He's a really nice guy. This is something I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about. I was just kind of thinking about it even before it happened. I know a lot of hikers like to hike with music playing, and you know, I applaud that. I mean, it's your time out here. You know, as long as you're not being a nuisance or bothering anybody. I see no issue with it. I know there's a lot of purists out there that are like, oh, you don't want to disturb other people, you don't want to do that. But at the same time, I mean, if that person gets joy and comfort around hiking with music on, so be it. So I must be coming on the summit here. Started to flatten out after I went up the initial grade back there, but yeah, it's been a nice hike up. I feel bad I scared a hiker who I didn't see that he had headphones on, so yeah, it's kind of spooked by me coming up behind him. So yeah, it is what it is, but looks like we're at the summit. Oh, not too bad. There's Coney over there. Definitely, that looks like it's a bit longer. It's hard to tell though. You can kind of see the black mass out there. Overall, a pretty good hike. If I can get back to the car soon, hopefully by 2 o'clock, that'd be great. Well, we're all set. Finished the triad. Our official time is 3 hours and 12 minutes, including the driving. Not as fast as I had originally wanted, but it's the way she goes. I think I'm going to, well, because I'm a little bit outside of Tupper, and it doesn't make a lot of sense to backtrack, especially with this storm we're in right now. I think I'm going to end up heading back out to Rochester, to home. I don't want to, but it seems like that's the move right now. I had my, like I said before, I have my tent, and I was planning on car camping, but again, if we're gonna just keep getting lots of snow, I'd rather not have to crack the window. I don't have the window guards on, so I don't want to have to crack the window and have a bunch of snow in my car in the morning. So yeah, I think it's just a nice easy drive back, and get to drive through Long Lake, maybe stop and get something to eat if the hotel's open. But yeah, it's exciting, and I'm happy my winter triad is done. So I guess the next challenge to tackle is finishing that LP9 with Liz, and also doing the Saranac Lake 6. I've done Ampersand a bunch, but I haven't done any of the other mountains, so that'll be exciting. I'm really looking forward to doing Mackenzie, because that looks like it'll be really fun. And while I'm up there, I'm going to do a bonus mountain, hit Moose Mountain as well. So it's probably for next week or the week after, but depending on what my schedule is. But yeah, thanks for joining me, guys, on this fun triad adventure, and talk to you soon.